Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to learn about the contraceptive methods. So, contraception means to prevent the pregnancy. Let us see what are the methods involved in the contraception. So, first let us see. So, contraceptive methods. Let us see first one. What is meant by conception? Conception or conceiving. So here the conception or conceiving means getting pregnancy. Okay. If women get pregnant, we call that one as she conceived. So conception means having pregnancy. Then what is meant by contraception? So contraception prevents pregnancy. So contraception is preventing pregnancy. How the contraception prevent pregnancy means by preventing ovulation. That means it inhibits the ovulation. So it prevents the woman to ovulate, or by preventing implantation in uterus. Right? So the woman also, the contraception methods also prevent the implantation of the embryo in the uterus of the woman, or by preventing meeting of sperm and ovum. So contraception also prevents the meeting of the sperm and ovum. Then what should be an ideal contraceptive? What is an ideal contraceptive? Ideal contraceptive means it should be user friendly. Okay. Ideal contraceptive should be user friendly. Here the meaning user friendly means even if an uneducated man should be able to use that contraceptive methods. Right? So it should be user friendly, easily available. That means it should be easily available in the market, so you can buy very easily. Second one. Third one, it should not interfere with sexual drive and sexual desire of the person, and also it should be reusable. Remember that. So an ideal contraceptive should be easily available. It should be user friendly. So that means the person can use it very easily. Right. Third one, it should not interfere with the sexual drive and sexual desire of that person. And it should be reusable also. Right. So these are the ideal contraceptive, these are the points regarding the ideal contraceptive methods. Now let us see what type of contraceptions are there. So if you see, the contraceptive methods are two types. So one is the natural method and one is the artificial methods. So I list out here all the natural methods now. Natural methods includes periodic abstinence. I'll explain one by one. Next, coitus interruptus. Next, lactational amenorrhea. Okay. So these are the three. These are the three natural methods. Natural methods are periodic abstinence, coitus interrupts, lactational amenorrhea. So what is natural methods? Natural methods means seeking available sources to prevent what we call pregnancy by natural way. Right? So natural methods involves periodic abstinence, coitus interrupts and lactational amenorrhea. Then what are artificial methods? Artificial methods includes barriers, intrauterine devices, oral contraceptive pills, injectables and implants, and last one, surgical methods. Okay. So artificial methods includes barriers, intrauterine devices, which we call it as IUDs, oral contraceptive pills, which we call them as OCPs. So I am using here IUD. Here I am using the word OCP. OCP means oral contraceptive pill. IUD means intrauterine device, and injectables. So in the word itself, there are some injections, implants, and surgical methods. Now let us see one by one the natural methods. So let us see the first one, natural methods. So avoiding chances. So avoiding chances of meeting sperm and ovum by natural way. So preventing the meeting of sperm and ovum in a natural way is the natural methods. What are those natural methods? Let us see one by one. The first one, periodic abstinence. What is meant by periodic abstinence? Periodic abstinence means couple avoid coitus. So coitus means nothing but it is a sexual intercourse between right? Couple avoid coitus between 10th to 17th day. So why they are avoiding coitus between 10th to 17th day means, if you remember the menstrual cycle, in the menstrual cycle, ovulation occurs on the 14th day. You understand that? Ovulation takes place on the 14th day. So in women, 10th to 17th day is called as fertile period. That means in between 10th to 17th day, we are calling this one as fertile period. That means the woman can conceive if she participates in the sexual intercourse in between 10th to 17th day, as the woman ovulates on the 14th day. Right? Then there is also, we have to consider the lifespan of sperm. Right. So if you see the lifespan of sperm is around 5 days in the female reproductive tract. Right. After the ejaculation by the male, the sperms can survive in the female reproductive tract of the woman for 5 days. Then what is the lifespan of the ova? After ovulation, the ova can survive for 24 hours. Okay. So they should avoid the coitus or sexual intercourse in between 10th to 17th day. Okay, so that is called as periodic abstinence. Now let us go with the second one. So coitus interrupts. So what is meant by coitus interrupts? Coitus interrupts means the male partner removes his penis from vagina of female before ejaculation. Okay, that means the male partner is removing his penis from the vagina of female before ejaculation. That means the male partner is not at all ejaculating the semen into the vagina of female. Then where he ejaculates, means he ejaculates the outside the female reproductive tract. Okay, so this is called as coitus interrupts. Coitus interrupts is the failure chances for coitus interrupts is more. Okay, there is a failure chance in the coitus interrupts. Right. Third one, we go for the lactational amenorrhea. Right, we go for the third one. Lactational amenorrhea. So here the meaning amenorrhea means absence of menstruation. Lactation means you know that. Right? So lactation means milk secretion. Amenorrhea means absence of menstruation. Right? Then during intense lactation, right? That means when a woman delivers a baby and starts breastfeeding her child, okay? When a woman is starting breastfeeding her child, we call that one as intense lactation. During intense lactation, what is happening? Ovulation does not take place. Right? During intense lactation, ovulation does not occur. So I'll explain why ovulation does not occur. Then this method is effective for 6 months only. So this is one of the natural method which is effective for 6 months. What happens during intense lactation? During intense lactation, the levels of prolactin, you know that prolactin is a hormone, right? The levels of prolactin is increasing. Then what happens? What the prolactin will do? Prolactin stimulates hypothalamus to inhibit right? So prolactin stimulates the hypothalamus to inhibit the secretion of follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. You remember that? These two hormones are called as gonadotropins. These two hormones are responsible for the ovulation. Right? Follicle stimulating hormone is responsible for the development of the follicle. And also luteinizing hormone, the surge of luteinizing hormone stimulates ovulation. So what is happening here? As long as the prolactin levels are high, then definitely the hypothalamus prevents the secretion, or the hypothalamus does not secrete follicle stimulating hormone, or inhibits, the hypothalamus inhibits the secretion of follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. So it prevents what? It prevents the ovulation. So the woman cannot conceive. As the ovulation does not occur, the menstrual cycle also stops. Menses also does not takes place. Then what about here? What about the conception? conception is almost nil. See the word what I am using here? Almost. I'm not telling that 100% it is success. Okay. Conception is almost nil. That means chances of failure. Remember that. Is more. So, lactational amenorrhea, chances of failure are more. So, what are the questions we can expect in the lactational amenorrhea? So, if you study the reproductive health is completely, you have to study in an objective manner, because most of the questions comes from the reproductive health. You can expect one question compulsory, right? So, lactational amenorrhea is effective for 6 months. What is lactational amenorrhea? So during lactational amenorrhea, we cannot see the menstrual cycle continue. Menstrual cycle is occurring. So menstruation, amenorrhea means absence of menstruation. So during lactational amenorrhea, intense lactation takes place. So the levels of prolactin increases. Prolactin inhibits the secretion, inhibits the hypothalamus, stimulate the hypothalamus to prevent the secretions of FSH and LH. As FSH and LH are not there, ovulation does not take place. So these are the natural methods of contraception. So in the natural methods of contraception, the failure chances are more. Now let us go for the next one, artificial methods. Right, we go for the next one, artificial methods. So here I'll explain one by one, because I have given the list in the previously I have given the list. So artificial methods, the first one is, so what is artificial method means? Artificial methods prevent meeting of sperm and ova. So let us see the first one, condoms. Right? The first one is condoms. So condoms prevent physically meeting the sperm and ova. Right? So condoms are made up of with rubber or latex sheath. Okay, the condoms are made up of with rubber or latex sheath. So there are condoms for both male and females. Remember that. Condoms are there for both male and female. You see, this is the condom. This is the male condom. Right? So what the condoms means, the males covers their penis with the condom. So what is the use of this condom? Condom prevents the entry of sperm into the female reproductive tract. So condoms are preventing the entry of sperms into the female reproductive tract, and the person ejaculates in the condom only. So let us see. So ejaculation takes place here only. So the sperms does not enter into the female reproductive tract. So this is the vagina. Okay, so we can think of this one as the uterus, like this. So here the ejaculation does not enter into the vagina of the female reproductive tract. So condoms prevent the entry of sperms into the female reproductive tract, and the person ejaculates inside the condom only. So the male covers his penis with the condom. Then there are also condoms for females. So in female condoms covers the female condoms. So male condoms in male, the condom covers the penis, and in female covers In females, the condom covers the cervix and vagina. Right. Then one more advantage is there by using condom. Condoms also prevents STDs. Condoms prevent STDs. That means sexually transmitted diseases. Condoms prevent unwanted pregnancies. Remember that. Condoms prevents unwanted pregnancies. Condoms prevent sexually transmitted diseases. But in India, mostly the male condoms are popular when compared to the female condoms, because insertion of female condom is also not that much easy as a insertion of male condom. For example, you see the female condom look like this. Female condom looks like this. So insertion of female condom takes it is a difficult to insert the female condom. So it is easy to insert the male condom. Right. So what is the most popular condom in India means Nirod. So Nirod is the most popular condom in India, which is supplied by Government of India freely to the people to have space between the children. Right. So the Nirod is the most popular condom in India. So this is also one of the popular condom they will be asking you. So here the male they cover with what, in female they cover with what. And what are the uses of condom means? Condom prevents the meeting of sperm and ovum, first point. So second use means condoms also prevent the sexually transmitted diseases. So this is the what we can say condoms. Now let us go for the next one, barrier method, second one. Next one is reusable barriers. What are reusable barriers? Cervical caps, diaphragm, and walls. So cervical caps, diaphragms and walls are made up of with plastic, and they cover. So what they are doing? They cover cervix and vagina. So for example, you take the diaphragm will be like this. Okay. So which are made up of with plastic or rubber. So they are made up of with plastic. So they cover the cervix. They cover the cervix so that the sperms does not enter into the uterus. The sperms cannot enter into the uterus. Right. Then it is used by females. They are used by the cervical caps, diaphragms and walls are used by females, which covers the cervix and vagina. Along with them, there are spermicidal foams, jellies and creams. So what is the use of the spermicidal foams, jellies and creams? Where they are applied? They are applied here. So for example, you take the diaphragm. On the diaphragm they are coated with the foam, jelly or cream. What is the advantage of these spermicidal foams, jellies and creams means? Increases the efficiency of contraception. So increases the efficiency of contraception. That means the spermicidal foams, jellies and creams, what they do, they what we can say, they kills or they phagocytize the sperms, or they decreases the motility of sperms. So automatically the efficiency of sperms will become less. So the chances of contraception will become nil. So along with the reusable barriers, they also use these foams, jellies and creams to prevent the pregnancies. Right. We go for the next one, IUDs. Right, we go for the next one, intrauterine devices, that is IUDs. So these are ideal contraceptive methods which are used by Indian women. So in India, what are the ideal contraceptives means IUDs. So how the IUDs? IUDs are inserted into uterus of female by a doctor or a trained nurse. Okay, IUDs are inserted into uterus of female by a doctor or a trained nurse. So uneducated people or laymen should not insert these IUDs. They should take proper training while inserting these IUDs. Then what are the types of IUDs? We take the types of IUDs. So we see the types. Non-medicated IUD. Non-medicated IUD is, example is Lipisloop. Non-medicated IUD is Lipisloop. Next, copper releasing IUD. Examples are CUT, CU7, multi-load 375. So CUT, CU7, multi-load 375. Then hormone releasing IUD. So what are the hormones present in the hormone releasing IUD means progesterone or progesterone. Progesterone and LNG 20. Right. So these are the examples of the IUDs. So tomorrow we'll continue the class. Okay, tomorrow we'll continue how these IUDs will work and also what are the injectables and implants. But today I'm stopping the class. Have a nice day.